Hello everyone on YouTube. Hello to Twitch, streaming on Twitch. Intense discussions right now about the question. Steffi's stamina is dropping a bit. She was at the top the whole time. Now she's only at 90. We're moving Steffi quickly from one tournament to another, so maybe we should pause for training in between. That's our schedule, and we actually want to rush her around the world again next week. From Brazil to China, which, because of the exhausting flights, will take a toll on her condition again. There's an indoor tournament there, and very few indoor tournaments remain. After that, we have a training week. Then that one, we could possibly skip it. An indoor tournament in Cancun, Mexico, and then training again, we could skip that too. Then we would have 3 training sessions in a row. And the training sessions are mainly there to prepare us for clay court tournaments. Because starting from week 15 it continues in Romania, in Cotea de Arges, with the first clay court tournament. Before that, one last indoor tournament in Lavra, and then the clay court season begins. As you can see, the next few weeks feature almost only clay court tournaments. After that we'll probably go to Cairo, which isn't that far away. And in week 17 we could go to Antalya, to Turkey. And in week 18 we could stay in Turkey. We can go ahead and set that up. We'll sign up here for Turkey. Or what also works is Czechia. But that would mean flying, while here we don't have to. We'll just stay in Antalya. This is Antalya. This way leads to Cairo. And then I could imagine that we might say, even if we're in great shape, maybe that's just too much strain, too much wear and tear, that we do some training here in between. Yes, that we go for training here. We have 3 training weeks in a row, and then we throw ourselves back into the tournaments. My only concern is that the excellent form might be lost if you just train so much. Because I believe that form comes from tournament success, yes. But it's probably smarter, yes? Thanks. So, let's see how many tournaments we played. We had 1 tournament, 2 tournaments in Sharm el-Sheikh. The one in André-Cieux was the 3rd, and now this is the 4th tournament in a row for us. And next week will be the 5th in a row with a lot of grueling travel, and then we'll go back home with 2 or 3 training sessions. So, and we continue with our tournament match. Who is our opponent in the semifinals in Brazil? No. Finally, someone on our level. Another big surprise player at the tournament. Noelia Zebellas. She's from Bolivia, another little flag lesson. Noelia Zebellas or Zebellas. Noelia Zebellas, exactly. Shorter than us, 10 centimeters shorter, already 31 years old. That means a veteran on the court. A solid baseline player. The one with the bad serve. But funnily enough, she's good at both countering and attacking. Her net play, though, is terrible. She only has a strong baseline attack. From the baseline, she can also defend and counter. That fits here, a solid baseline player. Look at her physical stats. She has terrible stamina. And she has this thing up front. I think that means she's really good at hitting into the corners from the baseline. Let's check that quickly. There they are. The symbols are shown there. Yes, defense, consistency, and length of ground strokes are good. She's good at looping shots, alright. That means we have to try to get on the offensive against her. Who did she knock out? She knocked out the top seed Nosoda from Japan in the last round in 3 sets. In 3 sets. Crazy. Before that she knocked her out. Rachel Gullis from the United States. And I think she has played 1 more game than us because we didn't have any opponents in the first round, didn't have any opponents. So let's put it this way. This time the pressure might be more on our side. This is the first time we're playing a match where I would say we're slight favorites. Not because of the world ranking points, but because of how the tournament has gone so far and the fact that we're in excellent form. I feel the burden of being the favorite weighing on Steffi for the first time in her career. So we're moving to the baseline. And let's also remember she has a weak serve. That means we can play strong returns. Sorry. Let's start the match. $21, that's alright. She's right-handed and uses a two-handed backhand.
Time. First set.
Steffi serves. Intensity. Normal. Attitude. We're going for confidence to boost that. Tactics. We're playing, we don't know if she has a forehand or backhand weakness, so for now we'll just play normally. And we play to our strengths, we use our risky serve. She has a weak serve. That means we take a risk when returning her serve. We move closer to her and return deep, aiming more for the corners. We could even, since she's a baseline player, return the shot even more. Be even riskier with it. However, that's definitely a much bigger risk. Should he do that, guys? I mentioned a different country instead of Bolivia. Would you go for the really risky option or the somewhat risky option on the return? Which one of the two would you choose? The really risky one or the somewhat risky one? Hakuna goes for the less risky one. Solo Ue probably also prefers to play it safe. Mike, Rolf, Trophy, all of them are of the same opinion. Then that's the normal rally. That's when we take risks. We don't want to get caught up in baseline duels. We go into attack mode early. I would increase that just like the serve. We approach everything a bit more aggressively. And let's go. Nabelhertz raises the interesting question of whether it might be smart to dial down the intensity, because the longer the match goes, the better for Steffi, since she has the worst stamina. You mean because the opponent has the worst stamina, right?
Yes.
We could do that. On one hand, by playing with normal intensity, we might be able to force a two-set victory. And we wouldn't have to go into the third set. 40 lang. 40 love Steffi. Steffi confidently won the first game. She never looked in trouble. Let's see how the opponent serves. The second serve was quite decent. $15 love, yes. I'm accelerating. 15 all 15 15152. 1530 302. A game point for Noelia Zebellas from Bolivia. Very confident. An 11-2.
Fault. Second service.
Semifinal in Brazil in Santarém. Steffi serves pretty well. Excellent drop shot. I didn't even have to take that much risk on that one. 30 love Steffi. Steffi is winning her games relatively more confidently than her opponent. That already gives us some hope. But it doesn't mean anything yet. Nothing at all for the points. As long as each of them wins her own games.
40-15. Fault. Second serve. Game.
2-1 Steffi? I'll speed up. 0-15, 0-15, 0-30, 0-43 game points for Noelia. And just like that, I'm being proven wrong. Dragonblade himself plays a tennis manager and writes, quote, I always lower the intensity when the chance of winning the point is already very low. I can understand that. That's one way to do it. But you miss out on seeing any great comebacks that way. But I know what you mean.
15 love.
But what you also have to say about endurance is if you actually... Wow. Steffi got past even after she bravely went to the net. If you lower your own intensity, your opponent will score points faster. That means,
Second serve.
No, nonsense, sorry. I made a mistake.
30-all.
Actually, no, that's right. Even if you're behind, but you keep playing with intensity, on average, the sets, the rallies last longer. When the rallies last longer, it's a break point for Noelia. Damn it. And when a game point or a game lasts longer, it costs both sides energy. I have to. WBS, I was quality. I have to send Steffi more concentration. Steffi is unfortunately behind.
Oh.
I'll speed up. 30, all 30-40 game point for Noelia.
Second service. Out. Deuce.
40, all very nice.
Fault. Second serve. Fault. Out. Advantage.
Noelia has another game point. Her opponent wanted to take a bit more risk, but it didn't work out.
It's second service. Deuce.
Gegnerin. She wanted to take a bit more risk, but it didn't work out. These baseline exchanges don't suit Steffi. Das kann Noelia besser. Yes, well prepared, she took a risk at exactly the right moment. On Steffi's side, she only moved to the net when she was sure it would pay off. Breakball. Given away.
Advantage.
Ace by Noelia, that's tough. The usually weak serving Noelia hits an ace.
Game.
Well, all that effort for nothing, all that effort for nothing. Take a look at her mental state. By now, she has high self-confidence. We're focusing on relaxation, 15, and trying to improve the technique. I'm speeding up. .30? Both 40-30 Steffi on her own serve. A game point for her. She also has to hold her own games. She's one break behind.
Deuce. Foul. Second serve.
I like that from Steffi. That was aimed right at the opposing player. She didn't have to run at all. Then, of course, she can return the ball calmly. The game wasn't. The ball wasn't played with much force either. Advantage Noelia. Another break point. For the Bolivian...
How? Deuce.
Saved. Change tactics. Cindy, any suggestions on direction?
How? Advantage.
Advantage Steffi. Deuce.
Excuse me?
Ace.
Critical situation. Steffi, nerves of steel, served a strong ace. Another game point for her.
Fault. Service. Fault. Deuce. Fault. Second serve.
Excellent drop shot. Advantage. And I'll change my tactics now. Because Steffi is in danger of losing the set. He's not only turning this game around, but even if she manages to get through it herself, she's in danger of losing the set. We have to take more risks. We're trying to get into more attacking situations and avoid baseline rallies. And with the opponent's serves, which aren't that strong, we could return more aggressively. Steffi to serve.
Fault. Second set.
Our service game. Good second serve on the line.
Well.
Yes, we said take some risks, Steffi, so she's allowed to mess one up sometimes. Yes. Yes, Steffi is at the net, just as we told her.
Advantage.
And the risk doesn't pay off. Steffi is frustrated with our advice.
Out. Deuce.
Phew, 40 all. The risk, not good first serve. Excellent from Steffi. With the pressure from that first serve, she pushed her opponent way out wide and then followed up to the other side. Yes, Steffi is going to the net as we told her. Could it be that our advice is slowly paying off? Still 4-3 for the Bolivian...
Out.
But Steffi held her own serve. She's up 15-love on her opponent's serve.
Yes.
And I would say, let's just let it play through. Thank you.
15 love.
Can Steffi get the crucial break? Bold tennis from Steffi. Bold tennis that pays off. Steffi moves to the net. Steffi prevails. Our tactical change is bearing fruit. The idea for that came from Cindy. Flowers from the chat for Cindy. Cindy shows that she's a good tennis coach. Flowers from the chat for our Cindy, please. It's thanks to Cindy that we have this here. Flowers for our Cindy.
30-40.
Your flowers are for Cindy. Steffi has a break point. Yes, Steffi gets the break right back. The game is tied.
Foul. Second service.
Now let's hope she wins the first one.
15 love.
Steffi's confident. I'm speeding up. Let's check the psyche first.
All good. I'm speeding up.
I'm speeding up. 15 all, 15-30, 30 all, 30-40. Breakpoint for Noelia.
Out. Deuce.
That's how you save breakpoints. You push your opponent into taking risks, and then she fails. Weak first serve from Steffi. And a weak follow-up. Breakpoint again for the Bolivian. That one wasn't well placed, but it was enough. So, and now our opponent is really under pressure because she's down 5.
Love 15.
God, I miscounted, didn't I? It's 5-4 for Noelia, and she was serving. Steffi is under pressure. Steffi has to get the break now. Really sensational shot. The opponent got the break. I wrote it exactly the other way around. Okay, alright, WB got it, made a mistake. That's multitasking, chatting, and watching. That means the opponent got the break, and everything is on the line for Steffi now. Thank you very much.
Out 15 30.
So we're going to increase the intensity. Because either she pulls it off now, or the set is gone. We were lucky with the intensity. Block the right side, keep the rest open. 2 break points for our Steffi.
Second service.
The first one, a great return from the opponent. The first one is gone, 1 remains.
Out. Deuce.
Einstand. Unbelievable. Steffi hit it out. Steffi has to make it, otherwise the set is lost.
Advantage.
3 points in a row for Noelia Zebellas.
Second service.
Satzball. Double fault, no. Hello, Marco. No, I didn't.
Second serve. Fault. Advantage.
Second double fault. 2 double faults in a row. The Bolivian player's nerves are frayed. Another missed serve. And when will Steffi use her forehand? Steffi has the game point. Yes, 55. Steffi is back in the game. Steffi.
Out. Love 15.
5-all Steffi to serve. She has to get this one through now, otherwise she could get broken again. Out.
15 love.
The decisive phase in the first set. I hardly dare to speed it up.
Out. 30-15. Fault. Second serve.
Oh, a really brave attempt. Trying to surprise her opponent by playing over her. Unfortunately, it failed. 30-all on her own serve. Steffi has to win. Match point. Sorry, set point for Noelia. That's it. First set point converted due to an error. Thanks to a great lob by the Bolivian player.
Fault. Love 15.
No, man, that wasn't a set, sorry. 5-6 was just the break. God. I'm so confused. I'm so exhausted here.
Second service.
Very good shot. Right into the corner of the court.
Love 30.
30 love Steffi. Steffi wants the rebreak, and she needs it too, otherwise the set is gone.
Fault. Second serve.
Great shot by Steffi. Steffi has 4 break points. Guys, she has to convert at least 4 break points. I just noticed she's still playing intensely.
6 games all.
Jetzt gibt's Tiebreak.
Fault. Second service.
Nee, jetzt gibt's den... Haben wir Tiebreak? I forgot. Steffi has been playing with high intensity the whole time. Maximum risk. We're in the tiebreak. Whoever gets to 7 points first and has a 2-point lead wins 1 to 11. 2 serves each, and then it goes back and forth.
Fault. Second serve.
Great second serve by Steffi. Too far down the middle. She missed that one. Oh. By the way, her opponent barely has any stamina left. Still up 31. Steffi to serve. She has to hold this one. But no pressure, please. Yes, she did. 23. Now she has to get at least one break. 1 point. That wasn't it. 24, she has to get at least one. Otherwise, things will get much tougher now. Trafia. She did it. Her serve. If she makes both, that would be so great. Yes, out. The opponent took a risk. The opponent lost. 4-4. A completely balanced tiebreak. (5-4) for Steffi. Manicures can be seen among the audience because so many people are biting their nails, clenching their teeth, biting nails, and politely offering services. 5-5.
25.
5. Oh dear. 5-6. Steffi has to get this one through. Set point for her opponent. 5-6. No. A net cord. Lost the first set in the tiebreak. That really hurts. We just spent so much on our conditioning. Gulp. We're immediately lowering the intensity again. But our hearts are in our throats. For that setting, we'll go with self-confidence. That just took a hit. As for the tactics, I'd actually leave everything as it was, just like we set it up. Unless the stats show us that we need to change something. 14 forehand winners. In the first set, on the Bolivian side, 14 forehand winners, only 8 from the backhand. But on the forehand, she also made 18 unforced errors. From that, I wouldn't conclude that we should play to her backhand. She prefers to play off her forehand. That's fair to say. Should we play to her backhand more? Because she's clearly someone who likes to take risks with her forehand, and she doesn't always succeed, but often she does. Should we try to slow her down a bit by playing to her backhand? Misha thinks so. I tend to agree as well, I have to say. We'll only know if we try. Yeah, we'll test it out. Uwe straight up writes, I don't know. Let's take a chance and target her backhand. What stays like this? Second.
Set.
Semifinal in Brazil in Santa Santarém. I'm accelerating. Serve by Noelia Zebellas, 15-all. 30-15 Steffi. 2 break points for Steffi.
Fourth. Second serve. Fault.
Double fault. Noelia's first game, first break for Steffi.
Low.
Accelerate. 30-15, 2 game points for Steffi.
Fault. Second serve.
Good second serve.
40-30.
Good return from the opponent. Steffi was caught off guard while moving forward. Still playable. Best regards to Vida.
Deuce.
Oh. Deuce. Will Noelia get the break back? That would be so tough. Steffi plays to the backhand. Again and again to the backhand. There it is again. Drop shot to the forehand, break the rhythm. Unfortunately, it's out. Tough luck. Breakball für die Bolivianerin. Push long drop shot. Good drop shot. Lob. She can't get it. No. In. 1-1. She breaks right back. It's wide open again. Steffi has to win this set, otherwise she's out. She's in the semifinals of the junior tournament in Brazil. We're speeding up. 15-all. Noelia serving 30-all. Game point for Noelia. On her own serve.
Chairwoman of the defense.
What's really bad is, Steffi's heart is pounding in her throat. Just look at her pulse rate. 180. We just took a lot of risks in the first set. Fantastic drop shot. Deuce? Can she get the break back?
Advantage.
Noelia liegt wieder vorne. Oh. Steffi's turn again. Back even after game points. I'm speeding up. 30 loves Steffi on her own serve. 40-15 2 game points. I don't think I can show the opponent's stats, Cindy. You mean the stats? Which stats do you mean? Do you mean this? Stamina bar way down and she's upset. Now I've paid. Alright, follow.
Second serve. Out. 30 low.
The opponent's stamina is even lower.
Fault. Second serve. Fault. 30-15. Fault. Second serve.
Batman, thank you very much for the 40-second subscription. Greetings to Batman, your one and only. 2 game points for Noelia on her own serve. Yes, Steffi's up again. I'm speeding up. (40-15) 2 game points.
Fault. Second serve.
Let's work on the emotional side a bit.
Game. 3 games all.
Deuce handled that easily. Break point for Steffi. I'm speeding up. No, 0-40 for Noelia. 3 game points on her own serve.
Fault. Second serve.
Oh.
4 games to 3.
Yes, that was to be expected. Steffi has to hold her serve. She doesn't seem to have what it takes to get a break right now. I'm accelerating. 40 loves Steffi. 3 game points. She should be able to do it.
Fault. Second serve. Steffi serve Haupt. 40-15.
What was that? Yes, good second serve. Pushed the opponent to the edge, then played to the other side. It's tied after games. 4-4. Noelia to serve. I'll speed it up. 0-43 game points for Noelia. It doesn't look like any more breaks are coming.
Second service.
Very weak shot from Steffi. Very, very weak. 4-5 Steffi has to pull through. Otherwise the set, and thus the match, will go to Noelia. Steffi is really, really under pressure. Long rally. Steffi goes to the net and misses. 15 all on her own serve. Steffi is facing match points against her. Really bad serve. Steffi is beside herself. Steffi, keep it together.
2 match points.
2 match points for Noelia. That makes it
30.
40. First one saved with an ace. We're increasing the intensity even though she's already exhausted. And for the settings, focus. Even if that might affect her confidence and relaxation, among other things. There's no other way. Match point. 9. Out. The dream is over. The opponent is celebrating with our Baker's fist. She's mocking us. Shame on our opponent Noelia, who humiliates us with our Baker's fist. Really bitter. That's not fair play. Next time Wales scores, we'll tell her at home. We'll put thumbtacks in her locker room. That's harsh. How did it work in the last set with our idea to play to her backhand? It didn't make any difference at all. No changes in either direction. The semi-final's gone. At least there's plenty of XP. Daycast asks, at the net, Steffi unfortunately didn't shine that much. I think some points were lost there. How do you see it? What would you answer to Daycast? If Wider thinks so, I felt the same way. Uwe nods and says, yes, that's exactly how it looked. So far we've trained Steffi for offensive play in terms of serving and attacking in both categories. Next we could improve her net play. She needs those 3 categories too. I'll show it on screen again in a moment. Eliminated, just barely, against Noelia's Zebellas. And the final hasn't taken place yet. Now we're traveling to Xiamen. Very far away. Last tournament, I think this is the 5th one in a row. And that's really expensive. God, that's unbelievably expensive. Can we still switch to training? Apparently not anymore. That's really tough. But we'd have to fly home for training too. Business class, economy class. We have 16,285. I'd like to invest some money later. We're definitely going to the tournament and staying at the partner hotel for accommodation. There was no spin and no 3rd place. What should we do, guys? Business class or economy? The difference is 2.5, 12%. What these values mean when you have a training session. Any normal one costs you 10% freshness. That means the 12% difference makes up a whole training session. Chat is divided. If you can't agree, I'll decide. You can't agree. Okay, I'll decide and we'll go with business class. Because otherwise our stamina will drop too far. Chat always alternates, sometimes saying one thing, sometimes the other. But I think the business people are just slightly ahead. We have some training. And during training, since we were eliminated a bit earlier, we switched to recovery. Recovery should help raise our stamina a bit again. The form bonus is applied to these values here. We haven't trained in a while, so our stats aren't as high now. We're excellent on indoor courts. Look, we only have a single bonus for form here and not a double one. When we get home, We'll likely be about here across the board and need to start training again. I would like to, yeah, we've got top stamina again. And I'd like to spend money for a good cause, like for some bonuses, or let's take a look at it. Then continue. Week 10. And I would like to take a look at their investments. We have 12,600 in savings. We already have a partnership with a local brand. It brings us 100 euros every week. We started a drop shipping shop. It brings us 350 euros every week. Next, I wouldn't invest in making money, but in something that helps us with fitness or being a fighter. I'll show a few examples. We can afford these 4 things. They cost 7,000, 8,000, 8,000 and 10,000 euros. We can afford all of them. With 7,000, we would make a donation to Rebound. And then we would invest in sports development. And we would have increased our popularity rating. We can donate when we have something. Then we can start a gaming channel on Twitch. That way we get eccentric points and personality points. So they become a bit more popular and more interesting for sponsors. And we get at least another 400 euros every week. Then we would have the option of starting a tennis podcast, also 400 euros a week. But here we get 10 points in being a fighter. So stamina points. And I find that a bit more exciting. I think the tennis podcast is good, but now let's compare it with the direct alternative. With the home gym, that doesn't bring in any money, but it gives you 80 XP for free every week, just so you can put that into perspective. When we do a regular training session, we get about 350 XP each week. That means that would be quite a nice bonus. And we would get a 20-point bonus to fighting spirit. That pays off in game. So that would be that's one of the 2. I'd say we go with my podcast. And do you know why? Because that way we get the money to be able to expand further as quickly as possible. I wouldn't rely on tournament wins and prize money. And then we also strengthen the body a bit. But we get another 400 every week on top, which we don't spend on anything else. And then we can get the home gym earlier. And the XP? But I'm happy to put that up for debate. Are you for the podcast? Or for the gym? Both are justifiable. Question for the chat. Podcast or gym? Where should we go?